Welcome to the stream, everybody. How you doing? Hello, Shenanigans. Hello, Ukulele. Good to see you. Thank you for the sub, Shock. Very nice to have you guys in stream. How is your Valentine's Day? Pretty great? I hope it's good. I hope it's really, really good. I hope you guys are enjoying today, regardless of where you're at, regardless of what's going on in your life, regardless of all of it, that today you get to experience some love in a special way. Yeah, I'm doing all right. So I woke up this morning and I got, I gave my family some squishy things. So that's good. You'll see them on Twitter if you look, or you see them on the Discord. And then we tried some weird looking strawberries, which were like super pale. They're called pine berries. They're very like pink, very light pink, very pretty. So and then we kicked into the dessert first thing in the morning. Not even 9 o'clock yet. Everybody's eating dessert. So that's how we do it on Valentine's Day. Yeah, the best way that I can get them to know that I gave it to them is to make it squishy so that they think of me. How's Nurse Nerd today? Good to see you. Welcome. We're always sleepy. So, what are we doing today? We're gonna keep it normal. Gonna keep it standard. So, I don't really have much to say about taco today. That occurred to me. I'm like, what are we gonna do for taco? I have no idea, because this week is the beginning of taco. We're doing the taco class starting on the 17th. And so one of the goofy things that's happening there is the fact that we have like 8 people registered. 10 people have said they want to come, but the last 2 haven't sent the registration in, which means that there are a few people who want to get in there but weren't able to get it that might be able to. So we're gonna wait till 4 p.m. today, Eastern Standard Time, to see if they can send their registration in. Otherwise, I'm opening it up again for the last 2 people, and I'll, they're very, very keen on doing it. But, I didn't figure there was going to be much to say about taco today because, I'm starting the class and whatnot. I almost don't want to promote it. So I'm like, because actually my first instinct, the first thing I was thinking about doing, I was going to go through I actually brought it out. I was going to go through like the taco class kind of outline and be like, this is what we teach and this is all the things that's going on. But I'm like, then what? I'm going to do that anyway with the people that are in there. So that's all right. So we're going to have a normal old stream today. We're going to do a Devo, chat about, Devo stuff, talk about the love of God. Can you lose it? That's a good question. And then we're going to ask question of the day, which is what's the most romantic thing you have ever seen? I know you can. Oh, there you go. Promote the taco community. That's a good idea. Let me just think about how I'm going to do that. Yeah. Okay. Actually, you know what a good idea would have been? And I'll try to do this one week, and that is I should show some clips. Make a clip run of the taco people, like a clip of ukulele, clip of Chovy, clip of Quiz, and clip, and then show that. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then we could talk about that. And then on very soon, according to Taco, very, very soon, according to Gibraltar, the Taco Discord is going to be launching soon. So just keep in mind that if you're on my Discord, and a bunch of people have joined recently, like my Discord increased by a solid 5%. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving all the general chat, all like the memes and the prayer requests and the just chatting and all that stuff. It's going to be going to the Taco Discord along with some other people. We're going to have like 4 communities represented there. There's a lot of overlap, so it won't be a huge Discord. But then my Discord is going to turn into sub and coffee supporters only. That way, it'll be something goofy, something special. We'll do something in there for just the people who are, financially supporting. But then all the regular stuff, all the normal chat's going to be happening on the Planet Taco or on the Taco Discord. Even Planet Taco stuff, which is like when you play on the server, that's going to be moving over there too. So it's going to be great. It's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to the launch. Canada is very backwards. What? Oh, got my filled out from a foreign land, dude. Hey, it's we spell things properly. Like, you know what drives me crazy with you guys is the spelling with the US people. Like, how do you spell through, right? If you go through something, right? My car went through a tunnel. How do you spell through? That's how it's spelled. You know how you guys spell it? THRU. That's annoying. It's like lazy. It's like you got halfway through and just gave up, you know? Yes, you do. I saw it. I saw it on plenty of signs down there. Does America spell through or through? Through is the only formally accepted word. Through is the alternative spelling that should be used in informal writing when referring to drive-throughs. Is that why? Because it's an informal thing called a drive-through, and you got to save the letters? Okay. It's only for, maybe that's why, because the only thing I was looking at is drive-throughs. Yeah, well, we're not much better up here. Like, honestly, the obesity rate is huge up here. Crazy stuff. So, should we get, okay, I'm gonna start here, and let me ask the question, what are your Valentine's Day plans? What are you guys gonna be doing? Like, are you gonna be doing, you going out with a friend? Are you gonna sit at home, watch a movie? Do you do the romantic comedy thing? Do you ignore it altogether and pretend it doesn't happen? You just gonna stuff candy in? Are you gonna go to like the sales this afternoon and buy all the on sale candy and then give yourself diabetes? What's the plan today? What are you gonna be doing? Ninja comes here and goes up to go, dude. Okay, so best burger joint I ever went to in the States. Now that being said, I haven't been to many, because, you know, I've been to In-N-Out and I've been to Steak and Shake and I've been to, you know, like whatever. But there was one spot in Cleveland that was, I don't even know what it was called, but what was cool about it is that you parked outside, you weren't allowed in. The servers or whatever came out to your car. They took the order in your car and then they went and made it and then they brought it to your car. So you stayed in the car, and these things were like the ugliest burgers of all time. Like, you know, all the ugly burger pictures for like the you know, McDonald's never shows you. It looks like that. It was just slimy and wet and like bent and whatnot, but it was so good. Like, it tasted so good. You could tell that it was made with love, as opposed to with pride in what it's gonna look like. Just this'll change your life. Trust me. The cool part is that they didn't let you in. Oh, where? What? You gonna help your dad while he's on treatment today? Okay, far out. Zafira here? Did I see Zafira come in? Hi, Zafira. Sorry. Gonna hang out with my sister mostly. Probably get some lunch. Nice. What is it? A fancy lunch or just like a sandwich at the mall? Or are you guys gonna go for something very cool? Because if you go as a couple now, you might get deals. You guys can get like a heart-shaped pizza and like weird looking desserts. That could be fun. Come to my house and I will not let you in either. If that makes you happy. There you go. You described burger place, that the cool part is that they didn't let you in. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, it was very cool. Like, they were very certain that nobody was going to be getting out of the car, so they didn't even have a door. Like, I don't know how the employees got in. There was nowhere to get in. It was just a brick of wood. I wonder what that place was called. I wonder if it probably doesn't even exist. Parma, Ohio Burger Drive-In? Probably. What was that place called? Not Sonic, not Steak and Shake. Swenson's. There we go. It was called Swenson's. Yeah. Let me show you a picture. Swenson's burger. No, I already said burger. Look at how slimy this bad boy is. Like, it's just, yeah, that white one there, like right there, the slimy white goo on the side. If I can zoom in. And like, it's just such an ugly looking burger, man. Was it Swenson's? I think it was. Yeah, that's exactly, that's the exact spot. That's literally where I was. Slimy old burger, but so good. Sonic, I think I had a Sonic burger. Steak and Shake was good. I wish we had Quaker Steak and Lube up here, because Quaker Steak and Lube had really good fries, really good wings. That was really good. But we don't have any Quaker Steak. We'd have to drive like a few hours to get to a Quaker Steak and Lube. McDonald's. Go to McDonald's, tell her how cute she is, and hang out with her cats. Nice, there you go. That's cool. That's a good plan. I like that. Sonic was like that, but I heard In-N-Out is a really good burger. Like if you were in California or in whatever, like a big chain for like going for a burger, I hear it's that In-N-Out's the way to go. Our McDonald's in town can't get anything right. That's why it's so frustrating. Like, literally hasn't gotten anything right in 2 years. Last night, my daughter went for nugs because she was having a craving. They gave her 9 out of 10. Happens every time. They can't get it right. Yeah, you don't like Sonic, Dragon? Wish we had more stuff like that here. My brother has a local. Yeah. I can hear my arteries closing. Oh, dude, the cheese, like it was like the sauce. I think it was called white sauce. Like, you know that it's gonna be good sauce when they describe it by the color. Give me the orange sauce. Yeah, okay, here you go. Have some orange sauce. Yeah, well, Louisiana is another world though. Like, you guys got like if I was to go to Louisiana, why would I ever get a burger? You guys have such better food down there than a hamburger, right? If I was gonna go there, I think the first thing I would get would be ribs, right? That'd be, to me, that's ribs, and then like, I don't know, maybe hot something. What's the Louisiana #1 thing? I would have thought it would be ribs and steaks. Looks like Burger Ranch here, best burgers and shakes. Yeah, 100 calories each time you look. That's right, you just drive past. Yeah, and you can feel, you just go boop. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, Quaker Steak. Yeah, I know Quaker Steak and Lube. And we go there. The BW3s was another place that we went all the time. Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know where the 3 came from. BW3s is what they called it. And that was good. That one had, like, it was like 100 different flavors or something, and they had like super duper ultra spicy kind of thing. So they had all that. But Quaker Steak and Lube, you know, it came in like a bucket. They'd give you like a metal bucket. It's not like, it was pretty good. Although, you know what my kids would get? Like, we'd go to, although they were younger, they'd go down there. We'd go there. We've probably been there like 4 or 5 times, and they would always get macaroni and cheese. Like, we go to a restaurant and they get macaroni and cheese. Although my daughter's worse. She'll go to Montana. She will pay for dinner, take us to Montana's, which is a very fancy steakhouse. And you know what she'll order? Mashed potatoes. That's it. We're all having like food and you know, steak, burger, chicken, whatever, and she's eating a bowl of mashed potatoes, and then she pays the $100 to get us out of there. It's like, okay. I don't know, man. It doesn't seem worth it to me. Sonic's known for their drinks. Oh yeah, don't they make really good milkshakes? Yeah, I think Sonic's makes really good milkshakes. Although, Five Guys is the best burger in where I live. If I were to pick up the best burger in town, it's Five Guys, no question. Boiled crawfish? Okay, I've never had a crawfish. Isn't that like a shrimp? Kind of like looking like a shrimp? Jambalaya, gumbo. Oh, I've had gumbo. Gumbo's good. Yep. Gumbo. Man, I haven't had gumbo in a really long time. That looks like burger. Yeah, burger ranch. Yeah, okay. Definitely do some spicy things. Yeah, in order to Sonic drink. Nurse kid. I'm the kind that'll go to a seafood restaurant and order a burger or chicken. Yeah. Yeah, I know that one. Here we are at the Italian restaurant. What do you want? Can I have a hamburger? No. Go sit in the car. Five Guys actually add bacon to your milkshake. I've seen that. They their flavors that were kind of weird. Like actually, there's not very many. Hey there, Wolfcat. Good to see you. There's not very many places you can go to get a chocolate malt milkshake. For some reason, malt is hard to come by or whatever, but you can get malt from Five Guys, and if you get chocolate malt, so good. My kids hate it. I absolutely dislike malt, but I really like that flavor. I always have malt and molasses. Those are two flavors that I really like that other people don't seem to. I can't wait till our first get together. Like, seafood place hamburger, Mexican place hamburger. Oh, I mean, when I was growing up, so I criticized the kids. When I was growing up, we would go no matter where we went. It didn't matter. Chinese food place, Italian place, it did not matter. The only thing I ever ordered was a Clubhouse sandwich with fries, gravy on the side, and an orange pop. That's it. Unless they had chocolate milk, then I would have chocolate milk. But that for like, I think until I moved out to college, that's the only order I had. Clubhouse sandwich, fries, gravy on the side, chocolate milk, or orange pop, depending on what they had. That was it. Yo, dog, good to see you. How you doing, man? Malts are the best, and it's so sad they aren't served it. Yeah, like if I were to go for a really good milkshake, the only place I can think to go is Five Guys, and they're not really a milkshake place, right? They're just like a place that has milkshakes, just happens to be good. But like a real milkshake place, I wouldn't go to Dairy Queen. No way. I wouldn't go to like Harvey's. Doesn't even have milkshake. It's like frozen chocolate water. It's weird. Kids steaks? I've never even heard of a kid's steak. Because the kid's steak is too little, too small. You know what I'm saying? So if you're out for dinner, and you want something nice, order a Clubhouse sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Because Clubhouses are the way it's at. Dairy Queen has malts where you are? Crazy. Boom, baby. And in answer to Livegate's question, no. I didn't even look at the menu. Didn't need it. It got a little awkward when we were at the Chinese food place. What do you want, son? You know what I want, Dad. They don't have that here, son. Do they have bread, Dad? Yeah, they have bread. Do they have bacon, Dad? No, they don't have bacon. I'm okay with that, Dad. Eating kids is illegal now. Yeah. Yeah, hey, Zach, good to see you, man. So Zach's here. Interesting thing about Zach, I'm not going to speak for him, but he put out an interesting tweet the other day that it sounds like he's coming back to content creation. Zach, are you coming back to content creation? Is that happening? Have you finally figured out your family, or just realized that, you know what, it's a hopeless case? You're going back to content creation? Was that working? Chocolate? Yeah, I can't do bacon. You know what? Bacon always sounds like it's a good idea in things. It'd be fun, like, because bacon tastes good. It's not a good ingredient in most stuff. Like, put it on a sandwich, sure, but don't put it on anything sweet. It's like chocolate covered bacon, no good. Bacon coffee, no good. Bacon jam, no good. Like it's not. I can't do it. Yeah, I think you really gotta like salt, or really gotta like liquid smoke. You know what I mean? Cannot confirm or deny. There you go. See? There you go. I'm curious because you started a podcast and that was really, really fun. And then you've been toying with like graphical stuff and whatnot. So it's going to be interesting to see what you come up with. We'll have to keep our eye out. Welcome to the English language. Beef steak made out of beef, salmon steak made out of salmon, kids steak made for kids, we swear. That's funny. I'll tell you what, let's jump into the Devo. It's 20 minutes. Let's get to the Devo. We'll get this show on the road here. So, whoop, that's no good. That's not good either. We're not doing that one. I picked a special verse today. That's what we're doing today. All right. Today we're going to be talking about love. I mean obviously the number one verse that jumps in is John 3:16. So we're going to start there. But that's not where we're going to end. We're going to go to Romans 8, which is again my favorite place to be. I love it. Romans 8 is probably my favorite verse. Zach, listen, I have a plan. It's not sure how the plan's going to happen. Okay, I hear you. Better to think about it a lot, and then start and regret it, or start and have to stop again, because then you feel crappy. I like sweet and salty too, Dragon. I just don't like them at the same time. Except maybe chocolate covered peanuts, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, I'll go one to the other, but not at the same time. Although chocolate covered potato chips are amazing. That's true. Chocolate covered potato chips, chocolate covered pretzels, both of those are awesome. So, what do I know? All right, let me pray, and then we'll jump into the Devo. God, thank you for the love that you've given us. Thank you unbelievably for your long-suffering patience, for loving us first, for creating us, and then redeeming us, saving us, walking with us, creating a plan to save us so that we can be with you forever. Thank you that in your love, that even when we were still sinners, you came and you saved us. You died for us while we were still your enemies. You chose to choose us and to redeem us and bring us back while we were blind. You came and you gave us sight to see. You are the first mover and you are the one who did it all. And so we give you praise and we give you thanks, and we cannot thank you enough for being willing to love us, because we are inherently unlovable. We are selfish and we are foolish and we are self-glorifying, and we use what you've given us for our own ways and our own pleasures and to hurt others. And yet you still give us good gifts and you still walk with us. We thank you for all of that. Amen. Dude, so Zach, if you want to go in all in, all out, by all means, man. I 100% support that. And if you want to chat about it, then I'm here. Let's so we're just gonna read. We're gonna start with obviously John 3:16, and 17, because I always like to read 17 as well. So if you don't know where this is from, Jesus is talking to a guy named Nicodemus. Nicodemus is a Pharisee who's not picking up what Jesus is laying down, because in the Pharisee's mind, salvation comes through works, through what you do, through the law, through obedience, through the sacrifices, attending the temple, doing all the religious stuff, plus a bunch of millions of other religious things that they came up with. And so the idea of salvation being something that you are given as a result of the sacrifice of another person, and that you don't have to do anything, blowing his mind. The idea that instead of being just religious, that you need to have your entire being changed, like to be born again, to be changed so fundamentally, because you're so broken, you need to become a different person, didn't make sense to them, because the Pharisees thought they were just super duper awesome people, and maybe that they need maybe a little tweaking here and there, but they were plenty fit for heaven now. And to find out that they weren't, and that they needed to be completely changed, submissive to Jesus, and have their entire worldview altered, it just melted his brain. So we get to verse 16, and Jesus says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life." We read that really fast, so why don't we slow it down for a second, right? For, why is the for there? Because he's talking to Nicodemus about the importance about how salvation is going to happen. What does it mean to be born of the water, born of spirit? And it talks about how Jesus, who's the Son of Man, which is a term from the book of Daniel, which is referring to the Messiah, the Savior of the Jewish nation, who will be lifted up, as in he'll be crucified, and whoever believes in this crucified person that was prophesied by the Old Testament, they will have eternal life. Because this is why, because God loved the world so much that he gave his only son as a gift, right? He said, I want them to be with me. I created them and I want to redeem them and I want them to be with me. He could have wiped us out. That's, look at the flood narrative, look at, Sodom and Gomorrah, look at all the places where God brought judgment instead of mercy. He could have done that to all of us, but in his love for us, which is wrapped up in his love for self, because when he sees us, he sees our image in the same way that when we see a child, one of our children, we see our own, connection to them in a very special way, right? You look at your dad, look at your mom, look at your brothers and sisters. There's something there that's unlike anybody else. God sees his image in us, and because he cannot deny himself, because he wants to glorify himself, he glorifies himself by saving us. And how did he do that? Well, he knew that we couldn't save ourselves because we were already under punishment, right? We were going to perish. We'd already died. We died spiritually. So he gave his son, the second member of the Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. He came and he died in our place. He gave his son for us, that whoever believes in him, and believes in him doesn't just mean, an intellectual assent to the fact that Jesus exists. It's to say all the things that Jesus said and all the things that are said about Jesus that are true, that you believe them, that he is Lord, that he is the creator, that he is the only way of salvation, that he is the way, the truth, and the life, that he is the one who must be followed and submitted to and prayed to, like that Jesus is everything. If you believe that, right, then you won't perish. Perish meaning like you will live in eternal death, but you will have eternal life instead. Right? Eternal life. There are two destinies for all human beings. There is the perish, or like as in like you die and then you are living eternal death, which is separation from God, eternal torment and punishment in hell, and to never be able to experience grace, mercy, joy, life, light ever again. It's punishment meted out upon people who deserve it. Or eternal life, which is life forever in perfection with God, just as it was supposed to be before, there was any sin in Eden. It's going to be a perfected world. Those are the two options, and the only way to get there is through Jesus. For God, and I love this part here because I always like to read it. For God did not send his son into the world to condemn the world, but in order that the world might be saved through him. The assumption was going to be that when Jesus came, or when the Messiah came, or if God were to come down, he was going to come down, and the only reason to come is through condemnation, right? It's to shut down the war, no, I'm good. To shut down a war, to take out evil people. Like it's condemnation, it's punishment, it's just judgment, it's justice. That's why God shows up. And he says, no, Jesus came into the world so that he could not to condemn, but to save. He came to serve. He came to save. He came to bring the message of the gospel, salvation, repentance. How are you going to be able to get saved? What did God mean in the Old Testament? Reinterpreting the entire Bible, reframing all of Judaism, creating a proper religion, finishing off the temple worship, changing the temple to be inside those who are saved is in the temple of the Holy Spirit inside of us. He completely altered everything so that we could be saved. He could have come in condemnation, right? You think of the story of the woman caught in adultery, right? It was he who was without sin cast the first stone. All the people are standing around, right? All these Pharisees are so looking forward to judging this poor woman and wiping her out because they wanted to feel good about themselves. They're like, well, I'm a sinner. I can't cast the first stone, and they walk away. Jesus could have. That's the thing about that story, right? That's the thing about about so many things about Christ in the Bible is that he could have condemned, he could have destroyed, he could have wiped out. He didn't have to do miracles. He could have come down and just taught, said what was wrong with you, and then wiped you off the map. But he didn't. He didn't come to condemn. He came to save. Next time he comes, right? The second time, the second coming of Christ, that's where judgment, that's where the iron rod, that's where, you know, the finality of the world is going to be, where you have to pay, you better be on the right team by that point, because there's only one way that's going to go, and there's nothing after that. But the first time was not to condemn, but to save. Which leads to Romans chapter 8, which is one of my favorite chapters. I was going to read the whole thing, but I'm like, man, we don't have time for that. Or, I mean, if we did, it's just a lot. So you can read the whole thing. But let's just start with verse 31. So what shall we say to these things? What are these things? Basically, it's all about salvation and how God is bringing us to heaven. That punishment or not punishment, that all the troubles of this world are not nearly as big as compared to what'll happen later, that we're saved, that God's our Father. Like, what do we say about all this? After all this theology, what shall we say about these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? He who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all, how will he not also with him graciously give us all things? What does that mean? It means that if you've ever had a doubt if God loves you, if you think you've messed up and you shouldn't pray anymore, if you think you've broken God's heart and he doesn't love you anymore, if you think that you have not obeyed properly, or you're so much of a hypocrite, or you told God you were going to do one thing, you did another, that he's going to turn his back on you, that he's done with you, you know, that somehow because of your family, or because of your nationality, or because of your gender, or because of your whatever, that God does not love you, right? That God is either done with you, or he doesn't want to have anything to do with you. This verse is to say, you know, with all the stuff that we know about salvation all the way through the book of Romans, what do we say? Well, that we know two things. God is for us. He's not against us, right? God is for us. He wants us to be with him. He wants us to be saved. He wants us to be with him forever. He did everything possible, including, you know, in pouring wrath out on himself, onto his own son, right? And God took the wrath upon himself for our sake, but gave, you know, he did everything necessary so we can be with him. He's for us. Therefore, if God of the universe is for us, what can stand against us? Right? What is it, you know, what can take away that salvation? Nothing. Hi, Pineapple. He did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all. How will he not also with him graciously give us all things? This is prayer. This is where we're talking about prayer. This is where you start to doubt, will God provide for me? Is God going to follow through in his promises? Is God because there's a million things in the Bible he promises to do, right? You ask for wisdom, he'll give it. You pursue righteousness and pursue his kingdom, he will take care of your needs. You know, that if you ask for forgiveness, he'll give it to you. That, you know, like there's a lot of promises. So if you're sitting there and you're praying, you're like, will God follow through on this? Was God serious? Is he going to break his promise? How can I know? Well, the answer is, well, if he didn't spare his own son, like if he was willing to give of himself, give himself unto death for anybody who would want it, then what is more of a sacrifice than that? Right? Everything else is lesser. It's like walking up to your dad, or walking up to the king, or walking up to whoever, and they give you full pardon, and they give you a land and house, and they give you your inheritance, or you get knighted or whatever. Like, you just get poured out love from the king, or poured out love from your father or whoever, and like just big things are happening. Your whole life is changing, and then you turn around to the king, or you turn around to whoever's giving you the stuff, and you say, but could I also have gas for the car that you just gave me, right? And the question, is the person going to go no? right? They give you the lands, they give you the title, they give you everything. They fill your bank account. They take care of you in every possible way, and you're like, yeah, but could I get gas for it? Because I need gas for the car you just gave me, and I can't, is the king gonna go, no, that's enough, I refuse? No, he's gonna say, yeah, of course. I mean, I just gave you a bajillion dollars worth of stuff. What's another $30? Who shall bring any charge against God's elect? It is God who justifies. So this is talking about when the enemy, or when someone in the world, or someone who, spiritual enemy, comes and brings a charge against you, accuses you of something. That's this. So you're sitting there and you probably had this where you got all this negative thinking happening, right? You are unlovable. You are too gross. You're too dirty. You're too broken. You're unusable. You are someone who is dangerous to others. Your emotions hurt people. Your decisions are always wrong. Your planning is never good enough. God will never use you. People don't like you, and there's nothing in this world that you have that will give value, right? Those are the words of the enemy. Hi, North Hill. That's someone bringing charge against the elect. That's, they're still guilty. They deserve punishment. They're still messing up, so they don't deserve grace. They're still falling apart. When they're not standing on your foundation, not nearly as good as they should. You should pull out the foundation underneath them. That's charge against God's elect. But if God's electing us, God chose us, then who's going to be the one who accuses us? Since God is the justifier, Jesus is the savior, then how can anyone bring condemnation? Because Jesus took the punishment. That's what the next line here, right? Who is to condemn? Christ Jesus is the one who died. More than that, was raised, who's at the right hand of God, who's also interceding for us, right? The only person who could condemn you, Jesus Christ, the only one who could condemn you, the judge of the universe, God himself, the only one who could throw you into hell, the only one who knows your heart perfectly and could make a perfect argument as to why you need to be destroyed or thrown away or put in hell or whatever. He doesn't condemn you. Instead, he died on the cross for you, rose from the dead on your behalf, seated at the right hand of God. And not only does he rise and seated at the right hand of God, but he is there interceding for us. What does that mean? So not only do we have, God is for us, and that Jesus was given for us, and he will provide for us, and no one can accuse us, and we can't lose our salvation because we didn't gain it, that no one can condemn us. But Jesus himself is standing at the right hand of the Father, interceding. In other words, he stands between you and wrath. He stands between you and the judge. He takes what the judge was going to give him. He makes an argument on your behalf. This is like a legal word where he's like your advocate, right? He's the one standing there and going, this is why you should pronounce him innocent. This is why you shouldn't judge him. This is why he should go to heaven. She should go to heaven. This is why, because I've done everything necessary. You go back up here, where you talk about intercession, right? That idea of Jesus praying for us, Jesus talking to God for us, Jesus making us able to be communicating with God because he's willing to be the translator, kind of thing. You go up here, right? Verse 26, likewise, the Spirit helps us in our weakness, for we do not know what to pray for as we ought to, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us with groanings too deep for words. When you don't know what to pray for, God himself, the Spirit of God, the third member of the Trinity, is praying with your spirit, helping your spirit to pray. And Jesus is praying for you and talking to God about you in the midst of all of this. So how can you doubt his commitment to you? How can you doubt his love for you? How can you doubt if he's going to provide for you? How can you doubt if he's going to turn his heart away from you in some way? Because if you look at this argument here, right? This is, what has he not given you that is bigger than Jesus? If he's the judge and he says you're not condemned, who's going to? If he's the one who can condemn you and he decided not to, but instead he exchanged himself for you and died on your behalf, and he's standing there praying for you, talking about you, and he's concerned for you, then why would you ever doubt his love? Who's going to pull you away from him? Who's going to take you out of his hand? Who's going to Make it so you're not saved anymore. Not even you can do that because you didn't save yourself. Next line, it says, who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or danger or sword? This is about suffering, right? So we just heard, that God will give us all things. God takes care of us. So this is the question that's put before the Roman church, and therefore all Christians, is does it mean that when you go through troubles, tribulation, that when you're distressed and you're freaking out and there's stuff happening to you and there's pressure everywhere, or persecution, that people are coming against you because of your faith, or if the world, the environment around you is a mess and there's famine, or there's, flood, or there's earthquake or whatever, or nakedness, or as in you're destitute, you've lost it all, or danger, you're in trouble, sword, the nation itself, the sword of the government is coming against you. Does that mean that Jesus doesn't love you anymore? Does that mean that God doesn't love you anymore? Because he continues on, he says, as it's written, for your sake we're being killed all day long. We are regarded as sheep to be slaughtered. This is a reminder. What this says is, this is just what happens to God's people. On earth, in a world of sin, before it's culminated, in the time in between the Eden, and the time between Jesus, and the time between the final judgment, there's trouble, right? We are killed all day long. God's people are continuously attacked, and it's miserable. Why? Because we have a spiritual enemy. The spiritual enemy works through all sorts of means to make us feel miserable. He can't take away our salvation. He can just make us feel horrible. He can have us doubt God. He can have us choose to disconnect from him and not pray, not read, not talk to him, not go to his people, not get counseling, he can make us want to just go crawl into a hole and stay there because we feel like God's against us, but he can't actually take our salvation away, right? You think of the story of Job. Jesus or Satan comes to God, and he's basically the only reason that Job is following you is because he's got such a good life. God says, okay, well, take away everything he's got, but you can't touch his body, right? That God's in charge of every single thing. Satan can't do anything without his permission. He stopped exactly when, up to that point. So Satan does that, and then he goes, okay, fine, now touch his body and make him sick and see if he turns his heart to me, and then away from me. And he doesn't. God is always in charge, right? That's the thing. Throughout the time that God's in charge, we are not left behind. What's happening is just what's happened to believers for all time until we die. This is where we get to the end. So the question is, what can separate us from the love of... I know what I want to do, Satan. Boom. Yeah, okay. Wouldn't that be nice? Who can separate us from the love of Christ? The answer is no one, right? In all these things, we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. What does more than conquerors mean? John Piper came up with a really good line for this, and it basically means that not only, if you conquer a land, it means you take over the land, right? You wipe out the bad guy, and now the land's yours. What's more than a conqueror? More than a conqueror is someone who comes in, takes over the land, and so totally defeats those people that they become servants of your kingdom now. The enemies become your servants. The land, the weapons that were against you are now in your hands. The things that were working against you in the land and whatnot, they are now working for you, right? You're more than a conqueror. And what that means is that when you come to God, and when you have all these dangers and trouble and nakedness and sword, it actually, God takes these things and he doesn't just conquer them. He doesn't just say, okay, in the end, this is all going to go away. What he says is, while you are going through this, in this world, I will make it so that the worst things in your life are actually something that can be used for good. The most horrible stuff that you wish would have never happened, the stuff that you regret, the things that you've been through. He's not just going to conquer through his grace and make it so that you can live past it and make it so that, salvation happens. But he's going to say, more than conquerors, I'm going to use it for my glory. I'm going to use it for your good. I'm going to build my kingdom off of it. I'm going to let you do things as a result of that miserable thing that you went through, or the sin that you committed, or the the addiction that you had, the horribleness. I'm going to make it so that you not only conquer it, but it actually serves me. That's more than conqueror, right? So if that's the case, then what's going to take us away? Well, for I'm sure that neither death nor life, right? Nor angels nor rulers, nor things present nor things to come, nor powers, that's spiritual powers, or not spiritual power, that's like governmental, whatever, like authorities, nor height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God in Christ Jesus our Lord. If you doubt the love of God, you're not sure about it, look to Jesus, look to the cross, look to what he did, what he's given for you, what the massive amount of gift he has been willing to do for you, the sacrifice he was willing to be. And if that's true, if Jesus did die on the cross for you, and he did rise from the dead 3 days later, then you can be sure that there's nothing that can separate you from him, because he's conquered all of it. And then not only he's conquered all of it, he can take all the worst things in your life and make you more than a conqueror and actually use it for his glory. This is love. This is if you're someone who say you don't have, you don't have a Valentine, you're going through grief, or you're single, or you're troubled, or whatever, even if you're in a marriage or you're in a relationship and it's not very good, it's easy to start to think that maybe that God's abandoned you, or God doesn't love you anymore, or God is against you, or he's forgotten you. This is why I turn to this passage a lot, right? It's a reminder, just beating the drum of you're loved, you're cared for, you are known. There's nothing that's happening that's a surprise, and everything that you're going through is going to be able to serve you, serve him. And at one point in the future, whether it be after you're dead or while you're alive, you're going to realize that God has been able to use that, your worst things, for his glory and your good and the good of his kingdom. And that there's nothing that can stop him from loving you. Not you, not anybody else. And so therefore, if you mess up, you're still loved, right? If you messed up, you're still loved. You do anything, you're still loved. You can pray immediately after you sin. There's no condemnation for you if you're a Christian. If you're not a Christian, that's another story. None of this counts for you. You are his enemy. You are condemned. You are absolutely in trouble. None of your bad stuff is going to be conquered. It's just going to lead you to condemnation. But for Christians, this is absolutely true. I see some stuff in chat. Let me pray, and then I'm going to jump into chat, and we'll get in there. God, thank you for your love, and thank you for your care. We can't begin to worship and praise you and thank you enough. Pray on this Valentine's Day that we not only think of the people around us that we want to love, special people in our lives, but that we'd actually remember you, how much you love us. Look to the cross and look to creation. Look to ourselves as your image. Look to how many things you've taken in our life that are bad or horrible or negative, and you've turned them into something good. Help us remember you'll do that for everything. Help us to seek first your kingdom, seek first your righteousness, because your way is best and you love us most. In Jesus' name, amen.
The question of the day.
Let me just scroll up a little bit, just because I saw some interesting stuff come down. Xanadu said, I understand it so very well. This time in my life, it's so hard. It is hard. You're right. It is hard. It's like knowing that you are loved and knowing is helpful doesn't fix your immediate problems. That's the thing. God doesn't love you by making your life perfect all the time. That's not his way of doing things. Jilly says, today it popped into my head that I'd done something to offend God. What Gareth is going through right now. No. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's not how it works. I mean, what's Gareth? Okay, sorry. What's Gareth going through? Like, is this? I feel like I missed something. Because I know that we talked about a few different things in his life and, you know, faith and whatever. So what's he going through? Remind me. Rusty says, can you pray a prayer of thanks to God for his blessing he has given to me over the course of the past few months? Life is better. I will. God, thank you for Rusty and the blessing in his life. Thank you for letting him see those blessings, to experience them, and that it leads them to worship. May you be blessed. And help us to remember that you are always on our side. Amen. Yeah. That's cool. You're right, I should posture check. You didn't hear it, but I heard like fireworks just go off in my spine. If God corrected everything for us in a heartbeat, we couldn't grow in our faith and love. Yeah, it's true. That's kind of true, right? Like if everything immediately just went good, we just think it was us. Aren't I clever? Aren't I smart? You know? You going to Penn State as a PhD? Are you really? Good for you. PhD in what? Exobiology. I hope it's exobiology. That's what I hope. Pineapple says, today my usually bus home from school got from work knocked. Today my usual bus home from work, knocked. So I had to get different bus home, but that meant 15-minute walk home when I got off. What do you mean got knocked? As in it didn't show up? Long story today, but he refused treatment and has got very harsh attitude from a doctor at an emergency clinic. She told him to get on with it, and when he's in agony. Oh, that's tough. Life decisions like that and medical decisions like that are not easy. They're not cut and dry. And it's not, the right answer isn't always dump as much medicine into my body as you possibly can until I can't feel anything and it's all better or I die. That's not always the right answer. Jillikins has been recently diagnosed with osteoarthritis. That's rough. Yeah, I know some people that have had arthritis like that, and that's just pain, man. And it's hard to get rid of, and it's kind of permanent. It's tough. That walk was so calming and lovely. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad. Computer sci? Burrow. What are you gonna do with the computer sci? What's the intention? Now you get to the end and you've got your 8 years of school. Then what? What are you gonna do? Question of the day today, by the way, is what's the most loving gesture you've ever witnessed? What do you think is better to receive? A sentimental gift or a practical one? What would you rather get? A sentimental gift, one that's like from the heart and blah, 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 or a practical one from someone who you know is taking care of you because they give you something you need? Which one would you like? The mushy gushy love one or the practical one? Everybody's saying practical. I'm kind of surprised. I really am. You're on 3 companies. Well, going to school for PhD? That's crazy, man. How you got that time? How you got that kind of time? I barely run this, and it's in my basement. Tam said the most loving gesture I've ever seen was from a human being was Arnold coming over to help me get a huge doll out of his box in public. That's cute. Depends on how much space the lovey-dovey mushy things takes. That's true. Yeah, you get one of those Costco-sized bears that like takes up half a room. That's more of an inconvenience than it is an act of love. Yeah, too much work. When do you get rest? Rusty, when do you sleep? Question of the day. It depends on what is going on in my life and what mood I'm in. Sometimes when I get stressed to the eyeballs and sentimental gift is heartwarming. Yeah. That's sort of where I land. I wish if someone would know me well enough that they would get me something that it spoke to their knowledge of me and their love of me and what I'm all about. I'd rather get that than anything practical. Although I'll tell you what, that rice maker is freaking awesome. I've never had such good rice in my entire life. Yeah, you gotta have loans, man. I hear ya. I don't know, my friend who died, he's pretty embarrassed about doing non-guy things. That's too bad. That's cool. Oh, I'm glad he came over and helped you with the doll box. I mean, we were talking about this yesterday with my kids. We're talking about how, you know, like, there are guys out there who won't, you know, they're too manly, too masculine to be able to do anything, you know, feminine or to, you know, accept a compliment or, you know, wear pink or whatever. They just can't handle it. They just turn into big douchebags. But truth is that a secure guy can joke about this stuff and do that stuff. It's the insecure guy who can't. You ladies is practical. I had a boyfriend in high school who bought me flowers on the regular and also went out with my friend behind my back. The flowers lasted longer than he did. Oh, that's a sad story. But if he'd have given you a vacuum cleaner, you could have, that thing would have stuck around, right? Get the old carpet sweeper. Your brain doesn't shut up and the meds help with that? Yeah, have you ever tried meditation? You ever do meditation or like, I guess you'd call it either mindfulness? Have you tried do you do mindfulness? Arnold do things. He was just embarrassed. He was very gentle. That's cool. I like gentle, shy guys. It's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I had a friend in high school that really liked me, but I didn't like him in that way. But we'd go out every week and see a movie or whatever. But like on special occasions, like birthday and Valentine's Day, he'd get me a carnation and some chocolates and little things that made me feel really special. Oh, that's nice. That's nice that you can do that, especially knowing that it was platonic, right? He was my Baymax. I love that. That's so cute. Pineapple says, I bought myself a vacuum cleaner for my birthday. Buy myself a microwave. I mean, you gotta, you know, it's not like we haven't done that. Like this year, guess what you're getting for Christmas? You're getting, you know, this much amount taken off the debt. Oh, wow, that's cool. Woohoo. Then do complications from the type of muscular dysphoria or something like that he didn't have in high school developed as an adult. Oh, that's rough. Dang, that's rough. And what are you saying, Xanadu? Are you saying the doctors are like all up in his biz, trying to like force him to do some kind of treatment or something? Sets the bar. Give me something that's about me, and I know that you'll actually love me. That's usually a practical gift for me, at least. I mean, I'm probably because I just don't do a lot of practical gift stuff. Or maybe it's because I see the practical thing as sentimental. Oh, it could be that they're mushed together. That's true. Gabriel says practical. I'd rather not be given things that just wind up sitting around, taking up space and collecting dust. See, I don't mind getting food. I mean, obviously I don't mind getting food, but I think that's, you know, food is one of those things that it doesn't stick around. You know, you get a pretty box, you get something special, and then it's gone. But yeah, I can see like how many places can you shove a stuffy? How many places can you put a new cub, a new mug, you know, a new whatever trinket? Yeah, there's only so much shelf space in the world. How you doing, Gabriel? Arnold once gave me a gift card to the dollar store for Christmas. This was really a gift that was good for me. Oh, that's nice. Yay. That's cool. If you read my message above, he passed on, and I think... Oh. Oh. Thank you for the sub! Lexi, thank you so much! Sorry, I got your stories confused there, Xanadu. Thank you for the sub. Lexi's here. Everybody shout out Lexi. She's great. She's great. I was watching her play Apex the other day. I thought she was a Fortnite girl, and then all of a sudden there she is playing Apex. Dang. She got all the games and all the skills. Tam says, you know, one of the best gifts, not Valentine's Day, any day I've ever gotten, XtianNinja, seeing the dolls I gave you behind you on your shelves. I do. I do. I really do. I like them. I especially like that mushroom. I like weird stuff like that. That mushroom's cool. He doesn't get nearly enough attention. Xanadu says, I know I've been simplifying my life, getting rid of a lot of things. I mean, a lot. Though I have a lot of stuff that he's mine and all small stuffies and fit on a wire shelf or something. Yeah, that's the, oh yeah, your Build-A-Bear addiction for a while there. Yeah, that, because those are big. Those are substantial. Yeah. I would like to get one something they would use, make it both practical and sentimental. Yeah, okay. That's what we were talking about, right? You can get something that's practical, but is so good that someone knowing what it is, that it feels sentimental. I think I meant like, flower, card, like cookies, puppy. I don't know. Is a puppy sentimental? I don't know. Well, Build-A-Bear sounds like a great idea. We don't have it over here. It's cool. It's expensive. It's kind of funny. It's kind of silly, but they're very, very cool looking. I mean, if you like bears, I'm not a bear guy. As far as like, I wouldn't have one, like, I wouldn't put one on my bed or anything. They look cool on a shelf, I guess. Oh, that's nice. You get a young man that calls you mom, and oh, that's cool. Some couples think getting a puppy is the first step to being a couple. No. Puppy's not practical. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's not. But you're right. It's not. I mean, unless you get one of those dogs that pulls your snow. What do they call that? Sled. Come on, dog sled. Yeah, unless the dog pulls the dog sled, then it's a practical gift. Or one of those big dogs that has the Saint Bernard that's got like the rum around his neck. Yeah, maybe. Doberman's practical in a year or two. There you go. Yeah, exactly. See, yeah, you like stuffies and whatnot. I'm not a texture guy. I'm not a tactile dude when it comes to that kind of stuff. Just not my bag. How you doing, Ransom? Good to see you. Don't give puppies without, yeah. Don't gift puppies. I agree. That's not something, they're not, yeah, exactly. And I definitely should not have a Doberman. That is, apparently they pick up your vibe, and if they picked up my vibe, it would be no good. No. Can't make me. So there. Ah! I'd have to get up off my chair. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, Tam. I just said I'm not a tactile guy. You can't make me. What are you gonna do? Call my mom? Drive to my mom? Who's like probably 30 minutes from your house? Go tell my mom on me. You technically could. Your first Build-A-Bear is 25 years old. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even know they were around that much. No, my mom would wear army boots. She lived on a I guess you'd call it an acreage or whatever for a long time. So yes, you may have worn army boots at some point. Quick off-topic prayer request. Trying to feed Amadea. She's lost weight and I'm a bit exhausted and desperate. Yeah, let's pray. Lord, you know Amadea and you know the situation over at Lydegate's house. You know every single part of that and you know how hard she's trying. She's tired and the family is tired of worry. I pray that you'd have Amadea please accept food, to grow, to become stable, to have her little body grow in health. It's always so scary when the weight goes down. But God, you're the God of miracles who loves kids. Please show your love to Amadea through allowing her to eat well and to grow healthily. In Jesus' name, amen. No, Doberman's bad. Not bad, but like Dobermans are dangerous and pit bulls are dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like like Ukulele said, you need to have the right owner. It can't just get anybody to get those. Give Amadea a bean brownie. There you go. Have you tried adding sugar to everything? Try that. Just mix everything with strawberry jam. The kids love it. Don't worry. It's all make sure you brush your little gums. I remember when we first had our kid, like, my wife read every parenting book in the entire universe and was like, had a plan, and we were doing baby wise, the whole 9 yards. And we're over at Grandma and Grandpa's house, and the baby sitting there. No, he wasn't a baby. Like, he was like, I don't know, 9-10 months old or whatever. And I can't remember exactly how old. And my dad just casually reached over, put his pinky into the sugar bowl, and gave it to the baby, just with it. And my wife was ready to lose her mind because she wasn't gonna introduce sugar yet and whatnot, and it was a whole big thing. Like, he's gonna die. No, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. You'll be all right. Jim says my mom has a pit mix. Oh, hi Jim, good to see you. Added Nutella. Oh, if she can't take Nutella, that's no good. What's the alternative to Nutella? Peanut butter. I guess that's like along the lines, but you can't give peanut butter to a baby because they might blow up like a little balloon. Strawberry yogurt. Some of that yummy yogurt. Applesauce. Man, applesauce. I think I probably made of applesauce. I know my kids certainly are. Yeah, Xanadu, you're right. If you get the right person, dog, and a patient person, for sure. I met Adobe once that was crying because a kitty wouldn't be friends. Oh, that's funny. Hey, so today is a special day as far as Valentine's goes, but what we're doing today is we're asking the question, what's the most loving thing you've ever seen, and also what's better to receive, a sentimental gift or a practical one? Then we're going to jump into the game that we've been playing for the last little while here. And I should clarify from before is that last time I said, okay, we're going to end the discussion and we're going to stop talking or whatever I said, and we're going to get into the game. And I shouldn't say that because I want to continue the conversation, especially considering it's the kind of game that you can have a conversation with. So maybe we should just come up with a couple topics to talk about during the gameplay. You know what I mean? Because it's definitely something that lends itself well to conversation. Hi, Shadow. Good to see you. I think you were here before. Maybe I saw you somewhere else. I can't remember. But thank you. Glad you're here. What do you guys think? I also have a question for you. Maybe I should I'm going to do a quick poll. How many people we got here? I'm going to do a quick poll. I'm going to ask you guys the next game I'm going to play, and you guys can do the poll. Yesterday? I swear I saw you on stream today. Well, I'm crazy. But whatever. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Hold on. I'm pulling up Discord so that I can get the right list. And then we're gonna do a quick poll. And we're gonna ask the question, what's the next game to play? There we go. Somebody start a conversation so that I don't get lost in thought here. Okay. Flash poll. Poll. Go. Okay, next game. Okay, first one's Breath of the Wild. Because I figured out how to connect that to the old computer. Control Ultimate Edition. Star Wars. Or Jedi Knight. Uh, 1/2. This is hard to type, man. And the last one is what was the last one? Oh yeah, the Tomb Raider series. There we go.
You cannot do it back in. Give up.
Why are we giving up?
Tune in and slam the door. Give up. Give up.
No. I got it. Go. Okay, so there's the poll. So these are the 5 games that I've kind of come up with. I've asked some folks, and they all kind of came around to these ones, except Everkillian, who wanted me to play a scary vampire game, and I'm like, not yet. let's play one of the ones I've got. So there's a bunch, right? Like, I love Breath of the Wild. I'm so excited for the new one that's coming out. Should we play that? And then, in preparation for the one that's coming out in November, April, sometime. Control, it looks so neat, and the reason I'm kind of I'll show you the trailer for it because it looks really cool. It's just such a neat kind of I'm trying to use my brain's not working, but it's like I think it's a cool thing that they do with a game. So, gameplay trailer, let's go.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual.
It's scary though. Like you have powers, like you can do cool stuff. It's got really neat rainbow graphics. I just think that's neat. Like ironically, I think Jedi Knight, right? Okay, did I not put the poll up for long enough? I'm gonna put the poll up for longer. Can you restart a poll? Can you redo the poll again? I bet you can't. Yeah, it's the Force. That's what I'm saying, right? Okay, let's do the poll again. I'm gonna do it again. Except we're doing it for longer. We'll do it for a solid 10 minutes. So Breath of the Wild, Control, Ultimate, Tomb Raider series, Star Wars. Cool. There. Now we'll do a 10-minute poll. There you go. That's cool. Because my thinking is that, like, I want to do a story game. There's another game that I was thinking about, and it's one made by the same people as Detroit Become Human. I actually bought it because I was going to play it with Theo, like, forever ago. But it's spooky, and I'm not sure if I want to jump into spooky mode right off the bat. You know what I mean? Poll's on. It should be up. Black Belt coming in. Hi. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, Astros? Good to see you. Why are we blue? Because we're doing a poll. Good to see you. How you doing, man? How's Black Belt today? 1689. That's a long time ago. Is that when they invented black belts? So welcome to the stream. How are you? Welcome to the XtianNinja Channel. Building an open, encouraging, and meaningful online community through gaming and real talk and God's truth, as well as trying to serve Christian content creators all around the world to help them train. We're starting a new training thing on Friday. It's going to be exciting. How are you? What were you playing? Christian Taekwondo. Far out. Christian Taekwondo, and you're playing Fortnite. Good old Fortnite, eh? What character are you in Fortnite? Like, do you have one of the really, really cool ones? Like, boom, like Goku, I was gonna say, or like Will Smith or Batman, or I saw Superman. Like, you have one of the cool ones. Or you're just kind of playing in a normal version. How are you? It's your your browser's broke. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm playing through Breath of the Wild so I can get ready for Tears of... That's what I'm thinking, Nurse, right? Exactly. Is that I'm kind of thinking, like, if I do Breath of the Wild, which I've played a lot of, okay? So, like, I have master mode, I have the whole, you know, a whole bunch of things. And I've played it for a while. So I wouldn't be bad at it because I know how to play it. But get ready for Tears of the Kingdom. I use Ryo because he has a black belt. There you go. Exactly. It's so funny to me when you have characters from other video games represented in the game like that. How was your stream? What was the what was the big Fortnite thing? Was it just normal Fortnite day, or was there anything special? I don't play Fortnite because I tried to get into it, and between you and me, I found it quite boring because I played 2 games. I played 2 games of Fortnite. First one, I wandered the map by myself for the entirety of the whole thing. Nobody found me until I was 3rd. Only 3 of us left. And then I shot somebody, got 2nd, and then died. And so that's it. And then the second one, I wandered around for a bunch of time, didn't find anybody. And then I got absolutely annihilated. And I think I was like 8th place. And I'm like, this isn't fun. I'm not enjoying it. So plus I'm not a PvP guy very much. I just, because we chat a lot here, so it's hard to do PvP in chat. Maybe you're better at it than I am. Quick stream with the wife and kids. Oh, that's fun. That's so cool that you can stream together like that. Tears of the Kingdom Ninja style. I mean, honestly, it looks like an insanely cool game. All right, later, Tam. That's cool that you can play with the wife and kids. You got like multiple cameras then? Like, is it like a multi-cam situation, or are you talking about like just like you and then they get like sit in the background, be like hair behind you? I'll follow you. Let me make sure I get the follow up. Boop. There you go. We were just thinking about jumping into the game. So the game we're going to be playing today is they're in the party. Oh, that's cool. So like how many? Like 4? I always think 4 when it's a family. I don't know why. Probably because I've been watching the Berenstain Bears for my whole life. So but we're jumping into a game right now called we're going to be called Filament. And Filament is an indie puzzle game. It's kind of neat because you've got like this surface level story happening of this woman who's trapped somewhere and you're trying to save her and she's on a space station and whatever. And then you've got like this next level thing where you've got like a mystery happening and you're finding clues. But I don't know what the clues mean. I'm too dumb. And then the actual puzzle game, which is like the indie puzzle part where you're a little robot and you have to move your little string around to light lights. And it's super fun. I really enjoy it, the puzzle side of it. It's not conducive to a ton of discussion, considering it's just me beating my head against a puzzle the whole time. But so we're trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out a good topic that we can talk about. If you hit QOTD, QOTD, you see the question of the day. You can't all play at the same time? Is Fortnite not able to, because you can play Fortnite on the Switch, you can play Fortnite on all the consoles. It's not on I guess it's not on a phone yet, is it? Oh, followed you from your raid to Bread. Oh, that's cool. Far out. Yeah, he's neat. Yeah, he did. Is he still? I bet he's still streaming too. Is he? Because he was gonna go for 168 hours. Is he still going? 82 hours in, he says. Oh, his wife took over. All right, and her camera's out of focus. You got a busload of kids? We had 4. So yeah, that's cool. Good for you. I'm a big fan of big families. At some point, they start taking care of themselves. You know what I mean? Like you just add them to the pile. It's cross compatible, but unless it's on a phone, it's hard to play, because you can do that with Genshin, right? You can play Genshin on a phone and also play it on PC and also play it on everything except the Switch. You're the oldest of 13? I didn't know that. I don't think I knew that, Dragon. Is that true? 4 brothers growing up. They're 5. Yeah. I have 2 kids. I've started my pile. Yeah, you have the starter kit. Okay. You have not yet went forth and multiplied. You've gone forth and because you can't multiply by 1. That doesn't count. We went forth and multiplied to be 4, and then we stopped. Because that's more than enough obedience for me. You have added, you have not multiplied. That's right. 5 needy kids? No, no. See, the trick is you gotta get the oldest one to a place where you can just start, replicate. You get the baby, and then the oldest one likes the baby, and then the middle ones all argue with each other, and then they all fight, so they take care of each of themselves. Then you and the mom can just go places. How old's your oldest? That's the question. How old's your oldest? I'm guessing if you're on Twitch and you're still streaming, you have a clue what you're doing. You got 5. The oldest is 11. Yeah, go forth. That's right. That's right. That's exactly what that means. I mean, I'm not saying you collect kids. You can. Angelina Jolie did. Oldest is 17. All right, there you go. I was a bit more aggressive in the procreation. I thought maybe pumping them out once every 2 years, but you're right. That makes more sense. Oh, you were pumping them out once every 2 years. Good for you. Good job. That's funny. By the way, if you look up, you're going to see a poll for whatever the next game is going to be. I'm asking the chat. This is not a legally binding poll, but I definitely want to hear your opinion. If you see those games, which one do you want? Which one do you want to see? You want to do Breath of the Wild before the Tears of the Kingdom comes out? You want to try Control because it's weird? I heard Star Wars is good, and what's the other one? Whatever the last one is. We stopped before we got outnumbered. Yeah, you go from playing man-to-man to zone defense. Loving gesture. A few weeks ago, at the pediatrician, Magnus was first for a test, then cried and got gummy bears while Amadea was tested. Both were sitting there crying and covered in tears. Magnus reached over, gave Amadea one of his gummy bears. Aww, that's adorable. That's tough too, because then you have one less gummy bear. And I can understand that, you like your gummy bears. Oldest of 13 kids, not to mention the others. I've mentioned the others lots as they're not near me. It's okay, so let me ask this question then, Only me and your little brother who married into the family. Oh wow. Well, yeah, but do you have can you get help from your family then? Breath of the Wild. Oh, look at that. Ooh. All right, I'll take it. That's cool. Knights of the Old Republic was second, and then Tomb Raider, and then Control. All right. I'm glad. That's cool. I kind of want it. That's one I was hoping you guys would pick. Breath of the Wild. Because Tears of the Kingdom looks amazing. I'm like blown away by it. As soon as I saw the car, I thought my first, actually, when I saw the car, I don't know if you guys watched the trailer yet, I'm like, oh crud, this game just got more complicated. But I think it'll be fun because Nintendo knows what they're doing. They're not going to make it too hard for poor little me. It's really cool game. It's very pretty. It's very chill. Hi Ananova, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. How's your stream? How's your life going? How are things? How's being a gonna say dietitian? That's not it. Personal trainer? That's not it either. It's like a really smart version of a personal trainer. What's the word? What are you? I can't remember what the word is. Lurking and working? Athletic trainer. There you go. That's better. You do all the things. That's good. Is that you still going? you like, because I remember you were talking before. Okay, you be right back. Because Anna was talking before about how she got a lot on her plate with all that stuff. She's got lives in her hands, man. She's got lives in her hands. I gotta ask, man. beating around the bush. I'm too old to be beating around the bush, man. It's just it's too hard to come up with the language. So I just go with the most default version of whatever I can say. Just easier that way. Yeah, Anna's great. Anna's great. She's really, really good. Good streamer. Good talker. Super kind. Her and Just a Little Spark. She's really good too. I know a lot of really good streamers. I wonder if I should do a video on all the cool streamers that I know. Because that way, if you put it out there and you forget one, then, you know, people get mad at you. And that's okay. But they're Christians. What are they going to do? Forgive me to death? Like, they can't do anything. Bunch of Christians. Most of them, I do not know where they are. Oh, okay, I see. That's rough. You guys want to, we should kick off the game. Hey, Trumpet, good to see you. How am I today? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. My brain is only running. It's really interesting to me. So let me answer your question. The last little while here, my brain has been slow. Okay, slow. And I know because I was playing Dutch Blitz with my kids yesterday, and I lost so substantially. You know what my final score in Dutch Blitz was? -15. -15. They won. I had -15 points, which is awful. And yeah, it's like I got weird brain fog. I try to put together a sentence and it's hard to grasp. I've got I'm tired. Like it's weird because intelligence is one of the things that I consider myself to be one of my, better traits. And then when it doesn't work, what do I have left? Lightgate, yes, I have done well on my exercises. I have done. I want to add the weight training in, but at this point, I'm just working on the treadmill and going for walks. That's all the doctor said I'm supposed to do, so that's what I'm doing. We'll get to the weight training at some point. I see. When I was in college, yeah, that's how bad it was. This pineapple. When I was in college, I watched people play Dutch Blitz. And as they were playing Dutch Blitz, I'm like, I could never play this. It looked like absolute chaos. Like absolute chaos. Just slam, 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 and then people will yell weird words in foreign languages, and then they'd all laugh. And I'm like, okay, then I'm not smart enough for this. So I would wander off somewhere else. But now since I learned how to play it, I wish I would have been back there and been able to play because it was super fun. Yeah, I'm so glad for my treadmill. We got it on like a really got it used or whatever, dragged it home. Boy, that thing's heavy. Holy mackerel, that thing's heavy. It's like 1,000 million pounds. You hate it when your brain fails you? Yeah, it feels weird. Hi, Warrior. Dutch Blitz is what it's called. Think of it. So Dutch Blitz in a nutshell is solitaire. You play by yourself. And as you're making, you know how you make piles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on top or whatever, like you get the ace 2, 3, 4, 5 in solitaire. You're doing that, but everyone gets to play on your ace 2, 3, 4, 5. And so once your little pile's gone, the game's over. You yell blitz and then whatever. So it's basically competitive solitaire. Yeah, you don't want to fall down, Sunshine. I totally agree. Hey, Pops Racer's here too. Play Uno? And they have no rule. Just Uno chaos. My kids always want to play Monopoly. That's the game that they always want to play is Monopoly. All the time. All the time. And I'm like, I don't have 5 hours. I can't do that. Can we play something short? No, it's fine, Dad. And then they're like, okay, if we can't play Monopoly, can we play Risk? That takes 3 days, man. That's worse. Yeah, you don't want to fall down. I agree. I have yet to hit that age, but I can feel it, right? Like, so that's why the exercise is so important, because I can feel like the tendons and all the knees and all the rest of that stuff, because I sit a lot, because I'm in front of the computer a lot, in the basement a lot. Atrophy is setting in. I've done this for 2 years now, and like I've legit atrophied away. This has gotten bigger and everything else has gotten smaller, and so I got to get out there, because that's what'll happen. You go out and you go for a walk, you fall down because you don't have the stabilizer muscles to be able to keep you from doing that, or you pull something and then you're wrecked for 6 weeks. Can I be honest with you? I dislike puzzles, man. I've never been a fan of those little teeny tiny piece puzzles. I legitimately don't see the point. You're like, it wastes time. I know, but it wastes time. What? I have a large dog, and right now it's hard to walk him. Man, that's rough. So you can't even walk down the middle of the road, Sunshine? Because that used to be the trick back where I was coming from. You just walk down the middle of the road. Let people get out of your way. Good to see you, Wink. Reading your about section. Ask me anything. Yep. So there's no topic that I won't tackle using my education. Can I ask you if you have some sort of specific education in an area? Yeah. I have a Bachelor of Religion and a Master's of Divinity. Thank you, Anna. That was very kind of you. Appreciate the subscription. Very, very super awesome of you. Thank you for being a supporter. It really helps. Monthly supporters are what allow me to keep going. Thank you. That means so much. It means the world to me. Thank you. But in answer to your question, I have a certificate of biblical studies, a master of divinity, and a bachelor of religion, not in that order. And I have 16 years of preaching, teaching, and pastoring experience. And my undergrad is in psychology and been pastoral counseling, and what else? I've been through some mental health stuff. So yeah, I've got a whole bunch of like things up here that for life stuff. I can help with life stuff. That's what I do. And then we can talk about the Bible if you want. You walk down the middle of the road with him. Yeah, that's the way to do it. See, yeah, you just stay off the road and walk down the middle. You got a question? I'd love a question. That would be awesome. Game we can do with and have a conversation. Boy, you do puzzles differently than we do. Shh, I'm concentrating. Give me that piece. Oh, legit. Like Jim Bim just said, dislikes puzzles. About to play a game with puzzles. I know. It occurred to me. This is the first real puzzle game, and I have been arguing with myself. Because what happened is about 2 months ago. 2 months ago I started to really question my content, and then the last couple weeks here have been really, really, really concerned about it. And then I made a decision. Okay, that's it. We're gonna finish a game, because I never do. I just start a game and then I wander off. I start a game, wander off. I get bored or whatever, and then I'm like, no, I watched a video that basically accused me of being a bad steward of other people's attention. They come and they want to watch, they want to see the end of it. So sit down there and do it. And so but it's hard. I just kind of want to go start other things. And then I don't. And then I don't start the other things. And okay, so your answer to your question, do I have a Patrick right now? No, I am a full-time streamer. That's what I am right now. I have about 2 years ago, I got called into full-time ministry, full-time online ministry. Let me give you I can give you a little bit of a story on that. Here. Let me quit filming here for a second here, and I will give you a little bit of the story. Yeah, I'm Canadian. Can't beat the. Honestly, it's yeah, whatever. Okay, so tell you a bit of my story. Yeah, there you go. There's my story. So yes, if you go to that, you'll get an hour and a half of my story. Here it is in a nutshell. I grew up in a Christian home. My dad got saved when I was about 6, And then, you know, I was kind of relentlessly bullied because I moved around a lot and it was really, really tough. Went to high school, that was really tough. Took off to be a computer nerd at age 17, graduated at 17, moved into computer nerddom back in Calgary. Hated it because, you know, I just didn't like the officialness of all the job. It wasn't fun. So I didn't know what to do with myself. In order to go work for the mill, I had to be registered in some kind of school. So my dad's like, just go to the Bible school that our pastor went to. Walked into that school. God got a hold of my heart. He's basically, you know, like this is where I want you to be for a little while. So I went through a lot. I went through a lot of like just really difficult anger issues and you know, trying to clean up my life and trying to not have so much, you know, just hatred for people. My emotions were all shut down. I was a huge mess. And so I stayed there for 4 years and then got called. And by the time I graduated with my master's degree, I was called into being a full-time pastor, and I went down to Cleveland and started my ministry. I pastored 2 abusive churches. Part of my story is that these churches were they were just difficult. They drove me to the end. I was at the end. I've hit burnout twice. I've been suicidal. It was bad. Pastoral burnout and pastoral abusive churches, really bad. Nobody likes abuse, really bad. And so I after the last church that I was in, God called me into this ministry, which was really kind of cool because what had happened, COVID hit, smaller church, couldn't renew my contract, there was no money left. Half the church left because we found out they were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They like anti-vax, anti-government, anti-everything, freaking out, you know, and they literally said, we're going to go sit in a field and we're going to start a church in a field. And then he took all the worship leaders and like just took the leadership team. And I'm like, what the? Anyway, so they had no more money. And so they couldn't renew my contract. I sat here in this very chair and I thought, not this chair, actually I got a new chair, and I thought, what does God want me to do? Like I'm so fried on the church. I'm so exhausted by it. And yet this is the only thing I know how to do, right? Like it's my entire career, my entire everything. I've got, you know, I write books because I'm a pastor. I preach because I'm a pastor. I teach because I'm a pastor. What do I do? And the answer came, the question was posed to me, what do you do now? And my answer was I podcast. The only thing I got left in my life right now is a podcast. And so I poured my heart into doing that and doing it really well. After I did the podcast, I started thinking, how can I engage with the audience better? Because a podcast, you just kind of send it out into the universe and off it goes, and then you don't get anything back. So I started thinking about how to get reciprocal, which led me to YouTube Live, which led me to Twitch. As soon as I started researching Twitch, my heart absolutely went out for it. And I learned about the culture, I learned about the people, I learned about the difficulties, you know, between the mental illness and the learning disabilities and social anxiety and, you know, abuse and people like lost, just how dark it is. And God just gripped my heart. And I said, okay, I'm going to start an online thing on Twitch. God, is that what you want me to do? And he made it very clear that he wanted me to do it full time. I'm like, okay, I'll start doing it full time. So I went from I've never streamed before to a full-time streamer. And as soon as I tried to go out and get a job, that was like, okay, I'll go get a job to like pay for this, or I'll go bolster my, you know, my funds. And because I don't make any money right now, like I've been living off savings kind of thing. God literally just put a wall up. And I had like a Balaam's donkey moment where I'd like a non-believer who wanted to hire me looked at me and went, I can't hire you. You're supposed to trust God. That's all I know. And I'm like, okay, if God's going to be that obvious about it. And so I stopped looking for another job and I poured my heart completely into this online thing, this Twitch channel. And that's all I've been doing for the last, it'll be 2 years in March. And I've been living off of grace, miracles, and savings, and government handouts for that long. Yeah. Hey, sometimes, you know, I'm like, sometimes I get to be in God's kindergarten class, Sunshine. Like legit, it doesn't happen very often that, you know, things are that obvious of where I'm supposed to go. But this was because I think it was a new launching of a new ministry, and because I'm such a unicorn on Twitch. And I'll tell you what I mean. Like, if you go looking for people on Twitch that are capable of doing Twitch stuff, as in they're interesting enough, they're entertaining enough, they understand the technology, they can do the computer, they understand the gaming culture, like all the Twitch stuff, and at the same time are also trained, experienced missional pastors that also have experience, plus that have mental health issues that have been real struggles, who have been abused by the church and therefore really struggle with that. Like that, this pool that is me is very built for the ministry that I'm doing, to speak to the people that I'm talking to. So that's where I'm at, and it's been the best time. I've loved every moment of it. Thank you, Lex. I appreciate that. I definitely did need a drink. I miss my foster dad. He passed away a few years back, and he's always had such good advice. He's a Lutheran pastor. Yeah, that's tough. Streaming's fun. It's work. I honestly do not think I could do this as part-time. What I'm doing, the way I do it, is absolutely full-time. So like for example, the first 5 months, I worked 7 days a week, 12 plus hours a day on the stream to learn how to do it, to improve it, to get it taken off, to do all the everything. And then after that, I worked 6 days a week, 12 plus hours a day. And I have been going great guns since then. And it's not just the content creation and the streaming and the prep, but we launched, and I kind of saw it go by, the Taco Network. The Taco Network is a collection of Christian content creators who are getting together for mutual accountability and training so we can take over Twitch and become the best streamers that nobody ever has to switch their stream, because we just keep raiding and going into other awesome streamers. I've done 2 classes now for training up Christian streamers as streamers and also content creators to be more missional, to understand how to communicate, how to organize, how to discover their audience and all that. We do a ton of stuff in the class. Starting a 3rd class this Friday. And the good news is, this is the big news. I don't know if I've told you guys this, but last week I had a meeting with a denomination. The denomination is called the Christian Missionary Alliance, and they have a ministry called New Ventures, which is apparently the Weird People Ministry support. Like if you're doing something crazy that it's like, yeah, it's a God idea. We don't know what's going on, but it's a God idea. Which is where I'm at. He said, I looked at what you did, and I explained a bit more, and he said, I'm going to go talk to my people about making you an official missionary of the Christian Missionary Alliance, so I can get support, and I can have like charitable status and stuff. That could happen very soon. I'm so beyond excited, because that has been a prayer request for so long, to be able to be, so because I get so many people that are donating and sharing love and taking care of me. I'd love to be able to give them receipts back. You know what I mean? Sunshine said, yeah, I wasn't brought up in foster care. Left home when I was 15. Went to live with my best friend's parent. Took me in. Oh, that's an awesome story. Sad, but also that's cool. That doesn't happen very often. I had parents who drank a lot and were abusive. However, I will say I held my mom's hand the day she passed away. I know she's with the Lord. I'd forgiven her. That's a nice story too. Sunshine, it sounds like you're a pretty interesting dude. Or dudette. I can't tell which. But it's pretty cool. That's a good story. Thank you for sharing that. Because I think a lot of people here probably resonate with it. Yeah, that is pretty amazing. Are you? I am in Canada. I live just outside of Ottawa, the capital city of Canada. You're dudette? Far out. I think I got a few things I got to change, and I know that I'm talking really, really fast right now. I can tell because the thoughts are coming really fast. And I'm like, are they coming out as fast as I am thinking them? Because you should probably slow down the talking part then, so that you can have a bit more thinking time. No, I don't think I have ADHD. I just always talk fast. Like when I was when I was in school, I tell the story a bunch, so if you've heard it, too bad. I was in school, and I promised myself in seminary, there was one thing I knew I wasn't going to be, and that was going to be, I was never going to be a preacher, because I was terrified of going on stage. I didn't want to talk, and there was, I was a support person. It's just that no way I'm going to be doing anything to do with reading the Bible and teaching things on a stage. Forget it. And so I took one preaching class in all of my seminary because it was required. And I went in there and I wrote my only sermon, and it was 8 pages long. Okay, 8 pages, 1.5 spaced and the font was, I think, 14. Okay, so like it was a substantial sermon, and I preached it in 12 minutes. To give context for that, by the time I was experienced as a preacher, after year 15, I would have an 8-page, exactly the same kind of thing, and it would take me 35 minutes to 40 minutes to preach the same amount of sermon. I read it so fast. I got to the end of the class, and what they do at the end of class was they would evaluate, right? They'd evaluate everybody, and you remember the old Maxell commercial where the guy'd be sitting in an easy chair and like the hair would be all blasted back, and that's what the entire class looked like. There was only one note. The professor turned around and said, "Does anybody have any notes they want to give to Al?" And they all just kind of looked at me like just stunned, just like deer in the headlights, didn't know what to do with themselves. And one guy went, "You didn't say or even once." just all go, no quit, get through it, and yeah, that was my first preaching experience, public speaking, period. And God's like, "Oh, you are terrified of that? Well, then you're gonna need me. That's what you're gonna do for the rest of your life." Okay. Not a single not a single No, well, yeah, I probably didn't look up from the page either. God answers prayers all the way to the time, not the way you think, but he will answer it. Amen. That's true. Often he does that because, it's like we don't know what's good for us. It's like walking into a doctor and being like, "Hi, I got this problem, and here's how I want you to fix it." And the doctor goes, "That won't fix it." You're like, "Yeah, but that's what I want you to do." No. And here's here's the thing. If you find a doctor that'll do to you the thing you want to do, even though it's bad for you, that's a bad doctor. And we've all seen, the people who go to shady doctors for like surgeries they don't need, or for like facelifts or whatever, and they're not supposed to have one. They end up with no nose and their whole face is wrecked, or Botox that destroys their entire body. That's going to a doctor, asking for something and getting what you want. That's what that's from. God doesn't do that. Being in debt is normal. There you go. That's a good one. I like that. Being in debt is normal, but not good. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. All right. We're flipping over. We can keep the conversation going. I don't mind keeping the conversation going. But what I want to do is I want to see if we can keep the game going here. Because if you don't know what we're playing, this is a game called Filament. Or was before I had to quit it. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, if you don't have the controller on first, Filament doesn't know you're playing with a controller. It's dumb. So this game is kind of cool. It's very, very... We can absolutely fill a mint. Mint! See, I have 2 3D printers, so Filament to me is the plastic stuff you run through the 3D printer. I should be dead 20 times over. It's true. I've heard your story multiple times. Well, not all of it, though. But you did it. You were on here. Okay, so if you don't know what's happening, basically this is kind of the construct of the menu system, and we've managed to kind of wander around. As we do this, we can find little puzzly things. Thank you for the follow. I decided to pop in and check your stream again. I think I had followed at one point, but I was having a bad grieving. Oh, Unfollow a lot of streamers because many of them were not healthy to watch. And some good ones got caught in the purge. I've been there, man. I totally get that. Yeah. Why did I unfollow that person? Oh, because I was having a bad day. That's not good. But, you know, just because you're having a bad day isn't a good reason to, like, judge people. But whatever. I hear ya. I do the same thing. I think we all do. Mental health, right? Am I right? Mental health, am I right? So we're just wandering around. So that we're in like a space station, and all we're trying to do is we gotta like. There you go. This is the that's just the continuation of the menu. But there are lots of fun things happening. We're all see. There's the planet. Golly! Quiz. Oh yeah, do I gotta update the game? All right, here, give me a sec. I will do the Twitch thing, because you got to do the Twitch thing. Wait, how do you do Twitch things? I forgot. Just chatting? No, it's Filament, the game. There we go. Because too much legume. Too many legumes, so you gotta need a little bit of gas X. I'm a big believer in gas X. Or pep or Tums. Yeah, Quiz comes in here like a wrecking ball, man. He really does. It gave me I don't know what it is, because nobody else will come in and hit that button and freak me out. But for whatever reason, Quiz does, and it hits me every time. Oh, it's IBS, so that's no good. Okay, so now this is no good. So every time I grab a new level in this thing, there's another thing that's hard. I've never seen this wall before. I don't know what's happening here, but if I touch, it breaks it. Good to know. Thank you very much. So if I go this way, and I go this way, then I'm good. Nope, I'm a moron. Go this way. See, it's the game is easy. It's very simple. Did I not do that right? Oh, excuse me. What? Okay. I feel okay. Then when I touch this, it turns off. Great. All right, neato. Bro, see, it's so hard. I don't understand. If I do this, like, do I have to like tie knots? Oh, I'm in serious trouble now, because that's gonna break it. IBS Ninja. Oh, dude, yeah, IBS sucks. I have a experience with a family member that goes through some rough stuff like that. It's not cool. You know, whenever I feel bad, and I know this doesn't fix your problem, but whenever I feel gross, like I'm not doing well tummy wise, my solution is a ton of water. You have to light all the cubes, and the new hotness is that you have to go through these walls, apparently. Yeah, that's fun. If I touch this, it turns off. That's no good. This game is neat. Okay, so on this channel, what you're gonna see. Oh, I'm super in the way. I should move my dumb little face here. On this channel, what? Where did my face even go? I like to play a lot of indie games. I really do. And what I'm trying to do is, because the game side of my stream is so weak, I've ended up having to take it more seriously when it comes to how I play the games. Because I honestly believe that gameplay is a critical part of the ministry of connecting to people here. But it's also something that I'm not great at. So therefore, what we're trying to do is create a decent amount of gameplay that actually looks good and people like. But I find it to be very difficult. Am I the only one? Everybody else seems to get to, the gameplay comes so naturally for other people. And then for me, for whatever reason, it's not the easiest part. So how's Quiz King today? If I don't have my priority. Oh, I got the same thing. I have a green powder I got from Costco. It's like miracle powder. It's amazing. It's got, I think it said like 75 vegetables in it, which is good because I like vegetables, but I don't like eating them. I like the effects of vegetables. All right, have a good one, man. I say man generically, I promise. Speaking of gameplay, both Rosie and Goldie are wearing the same dress. My avatar now. Aw. I looked up. Okay, so how much of a weeb am I today? I actually looked up an amber figurine. Because I'm like, how much would it cost to put an amber figurine on my shelf? Which is bad, because I don't think I should. Ah, fiddlesticks. I was so close. Oh no, we're good. No, we're not. Nope. This, it feels so close. Do I have to go all the way around? Sometimes you gotta go all the way around. I can't. Oh, I didn't even go through this one yet. Okay, never mind. I'm way off. Because you've not heard my voice, heard my old soul, you never will. Because there's some parts I will take to the grave. Well, yeah, obviously. Nobody's ever heard anybody's full story. I can attest to that. But I will say that the parts that you've shared have been plenty enough story for me. The big doll that Arnold helped me open. Well, yeah, but you're you're a girl, so that's allowed. Did I do it? Oh, what? I'm like, I did it. I'm amazing, but I didn't. All right, can I go this way then? You can't cross your own string. I missed a whole bunch. I'm apparently not doing this right. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get it one of these days. Don't worry. Don't be concerned. This is actually... That one's hard to get to, actually. Like, I can go through it first. Like, obviously I can go through it first, but I don't think I'm supposed to. I'll play this game this week, okay? So the plan is, in case you're wondering and you're like, why is he playing the world's most boring game? I'm going to play this game this week. And then what'll happen is we're going to get to, we're going to do Breath of the Wild next week. Nope. So close. This has got to be close, right? Come on. Apollo just moved my campsite. I thought he was going to be annoying, but he seems to be actually a little gruff. Who? Okay, sorry, what game? I think I need to do this one first. Like, I'm trying to think it through as to like, because if I go this way, I cross myself off, which is fine. You know, it's not the end of the world to be crossed off, because you can do a lot of wandering. But like, can I go back? Maybe I can just go back. No, I always get excited and then remember that I do bad things. Yes, you have to go through the walls. You have to go through the walls, otherwise it doesn't work. Right? Although because that was the first two, right? That was the first two things, was that it made you go through the walls. See? I touched them all, but it didn't work. Yeah, you gotta pass through. Sometimes it's just where you start, right? Like it's just, all right, we're going this way, and then it all works out because it all comes very naturally. But sometimes, super no. Ah, the angles. Oubliettes. Isn't there a card game called Oubliettes? I swear there is. Let's try the other way. Nope. Jeepers creepers. See, this is too obvious. Like, just doing that. I've been through enough levels now to know that just touching those two on the outside, like, nah, that's not gonna do it. That kind of works. Okay. Okay. I'm just kind of doing stuff at this point. Can it touch? Ah, oh, it's so close. Nope. Fiddlesticks. Oh, you can't get. Look, you can't go through two at the same time. Oh no, it touched. All right, that felt so good. Come on, baby. I opened the door. Oh, it's so close. I can feel it. It's hurting my feelings. A pet collecting game? Do dance battles instead of fighting. Pokemon, but in the 70s. At least we're in like the pretty music section, you know what I mean? Like there have been worse songs played. That's kind of cool. Did I do it? Ah, no, we got the same problem as before. You gotta get through here. See? But there's no way out. You know what's funny? I didn't even pass a level last time we played. Like, that's how bad it is. Last time we did this, I didn't even pass a level. We just played the same one over and over and over. Which is fine. I don't mind. Do you? 'Cause gameplay? Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, see, I cut myself off. That's impossible. You can't just cut off the half of the room. Okay, Trumpet, have a good phone call. Let me know how it goes. Was it effective? No, I thought that was gonna work. If I go around this way, and then I think, oh wait, why are you upset? Went with a cup of coffee instead of an IV. that's yeah. Okay, dude, I feel you. There are days, and I think I've got some of those days coming, honestly, because there is a lot of fatigue in my brain right now, like just legit. If you pass through twice, it turns off. Oh, that's even worse. Yeah, dude, I hear you, man. Although I gotta be careful, because what'll happen is if I drink too much coffee, it'll kind of make me vibrate-y rather than good. Like I won't feel good. I'll just be shaky. Passing through this one is hard. But it's got to be this, right? Because it's the only way I can go through. Or maybe not. Maybe it's like... Nope. I can't. I used to be able to. I remember playing crib with my friend Merlin until all hours, drinking coffee all night long. This was actually free on Epic, the Epic store. I see, as a missionary, I only do the cheap stuff. Remember back in the day where they used to like send old tea bags to the missionaries? Were you ever part of a church that saved their tea bags? They'd use them once, and then they would send them off to the missionaries to be generous. Yeah, I know. Doesn't that sound awful? Hey, that feels good. Come on, we can do this. I don't want to give that up because that felt just right. Can I do it through here and not touch? No. That stinks. Maybe I have to go up. That's closer. That's not bad. Oh, but I didn't pass through the other gate. Oh, I don't know, man. Like, honestly, I thought they were lying when they told me, because it's such a crazy thing that you'd like, well, you'd make a bag of tea and then you'd keep the old tea bag and like store it in like a jar or something, and then you'd send off the old tea bags. I wouldn't make that up, and I don't think the person that told me about it would make it up either. It's so close. It feels like I'm so close. This is definitely it. Let's go all the way this way. Nope, that did not work. That's too many crossings. Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah. And then through here. Oh, I feel like we're getting it. Don't touch, don't touch. Oh, you touched, you stupid thing. So annoying. This game is so hard. I would imagine they just left them lying there. I literally don't know. I just remember hearing from a pastor one time talking about how they used to keep tea bags for the for the missionaries. It's so close. Let me just jump, little buddy. All you gotta do is jump. One little move. Because if I go this way, it'll cut it off, which would let me out. That would win. See, I'd be out. Can I do this? No, that's not working. You can't wash out tea. Yeah, you'd leave the tea bag. You'd leave the tea in the bag, obviously. Although I couldn't, because I put milk in with my tea bag. Okay, should we just start over? Let's just start over, shall we? It's obviously not right. Let's go just crazy. What if we just go nuts here? And you can't pass through it twice. That's so annoying. If you use loose tea, you can usually make to go 2 cups. Yeah. But did you ever hear of someone saving tea bags for the missionaries? This is what I did before. It's got to be right. It feels so good. Yes! That was purely by accident. I don't know how I did that, but I did it.
What's the first thing you noticed when you climbed aboard?
The big
I'll tell you
planet.
what it is for me. The smell. I always imagined the smell on a ship like this to be, like, clinical, you know? But no. Like freshly cut grass.
No, it's not. You lie.
Something to do with the oxygen recycling, I'm told. Goes a long way to help you forget you're trapped in a metal box. If only for a second. The endless void out the windows brings you right back, though.
Well, did you know? Okay, here's a little factoid for you. Did you know the smell of freshly cut grass is grass screaming? If they did a little science experiment apparently, where they did the grass, like they cut the grass, and then watched what happened to the other grass, and the other grass was like freaking out. It like shrunk. The smell of the grass being cut told the other grass that it needed to that it needs to get to shrink down and save itself. Okay, so I just learned something else. You see this second one? You got to go through it twice. Yeah, apparently the smell of freshly cut grass is the sound of grass screaming, or is the smell of grass screaming. Yeah, you know they wanted me to do that, right? Ah. Okay. I'm only going to get it to go through that once. That? Dragon Daddy Bear, yo! What up, my dude? Yeah, that's because you got to go through that one twice. Bummer. Okay. All right. This game reminds me of The Witness. Why? What's The Witness? Yep, it is. You're a monster if you eat plants. They have feelings too. And everybody knows, every naturalistic person knows that gut flora is alive. So even your own stomach eating itself is evil. Oh, do you? Okay. Well, why is it called The Witness then? What? Come on. You thing, you. How's that not right? Maybe we gotta go this way. Nope. See, Myst is a game that I definitely don't know much about. Myst is a game for smarty pants people. That was wrong. I can tell that right away. See, that feels so good. And then this feels good. But then it doesn't work. Can I do that? No, that's not it. Do I go around the outside here and then I go this way? Is that, did I do it? Wait, what? What's the problem? Oh, come on. Oh, that's cool. I love that. That's kind of neat. There was a game that I did want to play. It was, I was looking at like the top weirdest games, and there was one that was like, it uses forced perspective. Like you had to, like you'd pick up a chess piece and it would hold it in front of you. And when you turned and the room got bigger, you could put the chess piece down and it would fill out the rest of the room so you could walk towards it kind of thing. Yeah, Superliminal. That's what it's called. Yeah. It looked really neat. See, the trick is to just not think about it. Yep, that's what I get for not thinking about it. Try this again. Oh, that feels like I'm supposed to go this way, but I can't. This feels like it's way too obvious. Forgot that I didn't even realize that one was there. All right. So you have to come back through. Yeah, there's no way that. Yeah, you gotta go. Something's gotta happen over here. Like that. Oh. The flat ones are always the hardest thing. Hey, Denali, how you doing? We're playing a game that's making me look like an absolute genius right now. Oh, I can go through that one. Oh no, I can't. How you doing? You got to go all the way around that. That's so frustrating. All right, I'm sure there's a way to do this. Can I go over here? No. What kind of tests? You mean like science tests, or you mean like you got like medical tests? Is that weird that this is working? Oh, that feels like I'm in trouble. Oh, that would have been so cool. Maybe I can salvage it. Nope. Can't salvage it. So close. It feels so close. Oh, software. Okay, good. I'm glad it's nothing serious. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it's like life-altering software that I should stop minimizing. Maybe it's the greatest software of all time. Maybe you finally figured out how to turn GPT into something worth actually having around. Yeah, software is great when, yeah, exactly. Whatever. Game. What do you want from me? That's what I want to know. Can I go this way? No, you can't go through twice. And now I'm trapped, right? I just trapped myself. Yeah, okay. I'm overthinking it. Or underthinking it? I'm not sure. There's not enough or there's too much thinking involved. And I don't know which it is. Nope, there's no maximum length. And what makes it go dark is as soon as I touch a pillar, like this color pillar, it breaks. So I have to allow it to go this way. And if I go through it, it's fine. This one actually needs you to go through twice. Like, so if I go through this one and I can go through that one twice, great. But as soon as I touch an edge, it kills it. And the same thing is that if you, there's another level if there's like purple pillars. But yeah, it's really, if it wasn't for this very calming music, I think I'd be freaking out, man. Hey, that's something. What did I miss? Oh, what? What? Oh no, I left one behind. Well, I'll get you. I will save you. There, saved. This one you gotta go through twice. There's one. Please touch, please touch, please touch. Yes. Okay, one. And then two. Grab. Love it. Love it. And there's the door. Where is the door? I don't even know where the door is. Oh, come on. That's gotta be close, right? There's so much backtracking. Oh, man. You can't cross your own line. Yeah. That's part of the thing. So obviously this is there. No, that's not right. Oh, it barely touches there. Interesting. So can I go around this way then? No, because I didn't even go through the other one. That's crazy talk. Yeah, I thought I had it too. See, I've learned enough to know that if you do one of these, at the very last, you have to be able to backtrack everything, right? And then boom, you're able to do it. So they got to figure out how I can do this while backtracking. I bet this post isn't. I'm not supposed to touch this post because I need to come back on it. Okay, let's not touch that post. But it won't solve that one. It's like every choice causes another choice to be wrong. I'm confident in that one. That's not gonna work. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just cross. What if we just don't do nothing? What if we touch nothing? What if none of them work? How about that? You like that? It's true. You're absolutely right. It's very pretty though. See, that's what I'm saying. This song is the saving grace of this level. If it wasn't for the fact that it was super chill, we'd all be like yelling at the. Oh, see, I can't go through twice. We'd all be yelling at the screen. Oh man. See, I went for Sunshine's like I thought you had it. I did not. And now it's even worse. 1. And then we'll go back through to make it 2. And then we'll go this way. And we'll pass through all the way. That doesn't work. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, that was crazy. Got a little excited. Okay. Can I can't go around because I'll touch. Yeah, that turned black. Okay. People started singing, not knowing what it was. They had a soundtrack for this game. I mean, it's got more than one song. I think it's got a song for each level, but this is definitely sleepy music. Like this is without question the sleepiest of tunes. He looks so sad whenever I get him stuck like that. Is there any way that's gonna work? It did not. No, that's not touching anymore. Fiddlesticks. You think the top second last? Yeah, I think you're right. Let's try. Now by top you mean to the right. That part. Let's just start over here. And then we'll just weave. Bit by the door. Oh, do the. Okay, yeah. Let's do that. We'll just leave the bit by the door till last. Can't get through, and that cuts it off. Dude, thank you so much for lurking, bud. It means a lot. What if we go this way? And then this way, and go around. Nope. That felt close, though. Come on. Down here? Cuts it off. Over here. I gotta get that post. What one post? Maybe I gotta restart. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. Let me just start this way. Nope, cut off. Like start with the double, just to see what happens. and then get completely buffaloed because I just that's so dumb. I'm so dumb. Okay, this is terrible. I might be getting worse at this game actually. I'm not. It's not getting any better. This felt good before, but no, it doesn't. Okay. There's no way to get through there. Right? Once I'm through it, there's really nothing I can do about it. But I can go through this way. But I can't cut it off. Oh, look at that. Like, I know, I'm missing one. But in truth, my left eye just started hurting. Oh, well, then it's a nice change from the ordinary. What are you saying, Dragon? What are you trying to say? You trying to say I stink at video games? Is that what you're trying to say? Ooh, okay. Just freeze the stream, that's fine. I don't mind. It's cold in here, man. It's cold. Holy mackerel. Nobody else? Just me? Even the game froze. It's... Isn't that fun? It's a fun little toy. We like to have fun here. And you're a computer programmer, so therefore you shouldn't think about the word freeze. Have I done this already? I feel like I've done this method already. No, I definitely am not doing that right. Can I go? I can't go all the way around now, can I? How far can I make it? Not very. All right, you know what? We're gonna start a different level. Well, that one we beat our heads against for long enough. Let's go figure something else out. Any clues out here? I'm supposed to be looking for clues as well. No, can't go there. Although I don't know what the clues are supposed to be, or what I'm supposed to be solving. See? That? Doesn't that look important? Doesn't that look like a solution to something? Like I should keep my mind on, keep my head wrapped around this? Probably has to do with like the boss level. Like when you get to the end, you'll be reminded of these things. That's so cool though. Systems report. Give me the systems report. What am I doing? Try that again. I did a thing, and I don't know what to do. Right button, select passwords. Left button, select cards. Selecting cards. Select. What? Oh, is this a game? Whoa, 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 whoa. It's hard to control. All right. At least I know how to do this one. Shouldn't you have done a thing? Oh, wait a sec. Is that the... Oh, I think I just realized this is something to do with those cards I'm picking up. Hold on a second here. Let's get back around. Okay, so select cards, left button. Yeah, there we go. So, turn around, card. Next card. Next card. Oh, there we go. I've only found one card. You know I haven't. I found lots of cards. Oh, wait. Oh, cool. See, I'm right. So if I follow this plan, I think. Okay, apparently I don't know what that does. Doesn't that look the same? It goes up, then it goes left, and then it goes down. Up, around. Or maybe it's not supposed to touch. These don't look the same. Like maybe, okay, hold on. Maybe there's like a... No, I don't think that's right. Next card. Next card. Next card. See, looking around, I've got all these different cards. The names Juniper, Aubergine, those are the names of the crew, right? Yeah. Let's even make an easy one. Problem is, this doesn't really match. Because if I do this, is that the same as the bottom? And then therefore you do this? But that doesn't make sense. Then I go all the way this way. I go there. Go that way. And down. Up. Whoa, up. That way. Down. That way. That way. Oh, I did a thing! Okay, okay, okay. I did a thing. We're gonna come back to that. That was cool. I finished my analysis of the initial data we've collected on Arnold 475M, and the planet appears to be a suitable candidate for the future human settlement. After communicating this with the captain, capital the captain, we've been given the go-ahead to drop some of our Lantern 2 probes onto the planet's surface to collect more data. The primary directive of the mission is to retrieve physical samples, which will become the bedrock of our research for the foreseeable future. The probe will also be equipped with an array of data collection systems. The specifications of these systems are currently unconfirmed. If there is a data type that could aid in any of your personal research, please let me know so I can consider the relevant systems for the array. I'll be contacting you all individually to go through each of your roles in the probe's preparations. The Filament Corporation have scheduled a launch for the Lantern 2 probe for 20 days from today. Needless to say that in order to meet this target, we'll need to operate as a well-oiled machine. I'm running a briefing on the mission tomorrow at 8:30. In the preparation before then, as the focus of the briefing is on scheduling and resource distribution, keep an eye on your messages. Okay, so this is all written to... That's... Okay, there's a lot of emails here. That's XOXO. Interesting. So that's like a... It's like a... Cool. Yay! That game is really... Okay, that's interesting, because I kind of like the idea of it being like... there's a mystery of some kind, and where'd the crew go? That's the question. The question, where did the crew go? So obviously there was a probe and there's something that's happening, and now I got like 10 other emails to read, which that's a lot, but still, I mean, reading's for nerds. So do we even want it? Who's on? Let's see who's on. We're gonna rate out. Thank you for coming today. I really appreciate you guys being here. It's been a really fun chat, really fun beginning of the stream, and we're gonna be. It's a migraine. No, that's no good. Take the drugs. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad you guys are here. Should we raid Houston? Spark's there too. 94. Houston's he's a good guy though. He's the most natural, like slide over. Hold it down until it says raid. Fine, I'll spell it myself with my own keyboard. Oh, perfect. I love coming into his prayer time. That's true too. He also has been coming by. So tomorrow is Weird Wednesday, which day we look at weird pictures. I find all the goofiest pictures on the internet and we look at them together, and then we play a game, and then we have a Devo and stuff. But you know how it goes. It's the same thing I've been doing for 2 years, give or take. All right, let's head over there. Thank you for being here. I will see you guys later. See you tomorrow.